What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. Brand new Showdown / Clash is currently available now on One Piece Treasure Cruise Global, and that character is a brand new Crocodile. Now, before we get into this video, I do have to state that this is a very tricky raid, and I think a lot of people are going to struggle in clearing this particular Clash, or Showdown, whatever you want to call it. So, you know, just putting it out there that it is very difficult, but the unit is actually pretty awesome. So let's go ahead and talk about the unit. Brand new Crocodile, who is a Dex Cerebral Striker, so same classes and typing as his original Legend version. So his Captain ability is very interesting. So it boosts 4-star characters by 2.5 times, boosts 5 stars by 2.75 times, and 6 stars by 3 times. And it does include their plus variations. So 4 plus is included in the 4 stars, 5 plus for 5 stars, 6 plus for 6 stars. Pretty self-explanatory. Very, very strange unit overall, though. This is a captain ability that you could use if you have a lot of legends, but honestly, it's just not really worth it in my opinion. But as for his special ability, this is very, very interesting. I know a lot of people have been asking questions about it. Even me myself, before this unit came out, I had no real idea how this actually worked, but I do know how it works now. So his special ability does major non-type damage to all enemies that ignores damage negating abilities and barriers, so that's fantastic. Going through barriers with his damage is great. On top of that, he also changes empty orbs, block, and bomb orbs into matching, so fantastic orb manipulation as well. Then he also reduces your chain lock multiplier duration by 8 turns. So again, that's another really great added effect on top of it. And then this is the effect where a lot of people get confused. So it says that if your captain is cerebral or striker when you activate the special, then he's going to set your minimum chain value at 2.0 times and the maximum value at 35.0 times for 3 turns. So what this actually means is that instead of your chain starting at 1 times and then every time you hit a perfect it goes up by 0.3, so you go from 1.3 to 1.6 to 1.9, 2.2 and then 2.5. That's the normal chain multiplier every time you hit a perfect. What this does with your special is that it means that instead of starting at 1.3 after the first perfect, your base value is going to 2.0. So it means that after the first perfect, it's going to be 2.3, and then 2.6, 2.9, 3.2, and then 3.5. So after using this special, you can get up to a 3.5 times chain for 3 turns. It's a really powerful ability, but what's really confusing for a lot of people is that it mentions 35 times being the max cap. This basically just means that in a hypothetical situation, if you do have your chain boosting captains and you're able to activate this special in some way, shape or form, then that means that it will cap you out at a 35 times chain because, you know, there are some shenanigans that you could do to get some crazy values. So when you activate the special, starts you off at 2 times instead of the regular 1 times, and then it will cap you out at 35 if you somehow build a team that can reach a 35 times chain multiplier. So that's going through his special abilities. Quickly, he also will go ahead and ignore the blowaway mechanic as a sub, and also strengthen quicker beneficial for himself as well, which is good. His potential abilities, he has a critical hit, 40% chance for 8% is pretty bad, and he also has recovery bind resistance by 7 turns, which is pretty good for a free-to-play character. Also a support ability that only supports Mr. 1, but it gives him 7% in base stat total to the character, so that's actually not too bad for a support ability. Only the thing is, you're not really using Mr. 1 all that often anyway. But anyways, that's the full rundown of Crocodile. He's an extremely powerful unit with great orb manipulation, AoE damage, reducing chain lock, and a really unique chain mechanic. But either way, let's go ahead and now get into the actual raid boss itself. So now getting into this showdown against Crocodile, on stage 1 you get inflicted with over 99 turns of normal attacks only, so do not rely on any specials that deal damage, they're not going to help you here. But stage 3 is very annoying in this raid because with the preemptive, your top and middle rows get their specials rewinded by 5 turns, and you get dealt a little bit of damage. So I suggest getting your specials maxed before you reach stage 3, because on turn 2 of this stage, they will enrage and buff their attack by 20 times. So essentially if they attack you, you die. So it's extremely annoying because you have to try and stall for your specials that just got rewinded, but then you get dealt with that. So it's extremely annoying with stage 3. And then stage 4 is where you deal with Mr. 1. Mr. 1 has over 3 million HP and has a delay immunity. He has 6 turns of defense up. The defense up is actually pretty significant as well. And also 20 turns of increased damage taken is actually inflicted to your team as well. So whenever you take damage, it's going to be a lot. Also on turn 2, he will cut your health in half and make your type slots badly matching. You do not want to get your health reduced by a significant margin on this stage. You actually need a pretty good amount of HP, but actually when you kill him, he will special bind your top and bottom rows for 4 turns, but it ends up being 3 turns once you move into the final stage, and he removes your beneficial effects. So if you have any sort of special that deals perfects to get certain buffs in the following turn, they actually won't work in this stage. But here we've got Crocodile. So Crocodile has 10 million health, and he recovery binds you for 99 turns. He does end of turn damage. He cuts your health by 75%, and on top of the health cut, he also does damage to you as well, and there's also the end of turn damage. So essentially, if you don't have enough HP when you walk into this room, or you don't have a good damage reducing effect, you essentially are going to die. I tried so many times with different teams, and I just kept dying. It was pretty annoying, honestly. So you got to make sure you have a pretty reasonable amount of health when you actually KO Mr. 1 in the previous room. Also, if you don't kill him after turn 3, he applies a rainbow shield. Turn 5, he does lots of damage, but you can see he actually revives as well. He revives with 3.5 million, and when he revives, he actually will slot bind your entire team. So having someone that can fully resist slot bind, like in this team example with the Snake Man team, the Akainu on this specific team is rainbowed, of course, which means that the slot bind will actually completely be removed when he inflicts that, which is quite good. I don't know if it's specifically required. I think it probably is required for this team, as you are relying on the orb boost to deal significant damage in the following turn. So definitely having a rainbowed Akainu helps out with this particular team. He also despairs you for 10 turns upon revive. So there are a couple of different ways around that. Obviously, if you have your sockets maxed, it'll only be 7 turns of despair. So you can definitely use this V1 Rayleigh, as I do on this team, to remove all of that despair. Or if you have a slasher character that removes despair, you can actually go ahead and apply the support ability of Wadi Bay to remove an additional 2 turns. So 2 plus 5 is 7, plus the other 3 from the sockets gives you 10 total. So that works out very well. Or if you have lore on your team, you could apply, like treasure map lore. You could do lots of different things. There are lots of different ways to remove lots of turns of despair. Obviously with the support ability of Corazon and such. But either way, I would highly suggest running Rayleigh or a slasher that removes despair by 5 turns to then give you the support ability of Wadi Bay. Those are the 2 best ways to get around it. This Snake Man team is one that a lot of people are passing around right now. This seems to be one of the most ideal teams. However, the team, in my personal opinion, that worked the most effective and was probably the most comfortable to play with is the team you guys are going to be seeing after this one, which actually utilizes 6+ Bluebeard, which I'm actually really enjoying Bluebeard. One of the really great aspects of the character that I really do enjoy with his super evolution is the fact that if you're at full health, you get 3.25 times attack, which is great for taking on the mob stages. Previously, only being at 2.5 times attack, it was a little bit of a downfall. 2.5 really is not a lot, and especially with his damage reducing effects as a captain, giving you 20% damage reduction. He also gives you reduced cooldown at the start of the fight. Bluebeard is a beast for this raid boss. If you have him, definitely try it out. Of course, it does have a lot of other legends on the team, but either way, it is a pretty successful team. But I'll leave you with the rest of this video. You guys are going to see the Bluebeard team up right now. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video today of breaking down the brand new showdown against Crocodile. Remember, if you are unable to complete the 60 stamina variation of this raid, I still highly suggest farming it up on the lower staminas, because this unit is exceptional and is going to be a very, very good unit moving forward in for like other Colosseums, other raid bosses, treasure maps, etc. This is going to be a very, very good unit. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video today. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I will see you guys within the next video.